we've been chasing our tails here a bit in terms of like who, when, and how, and I need to send Paul. Should I email? I'd emailed Paul. I don't know if you copy you. No, I didn't because I was still my tails for this week. So what I'm going to do this afternoon, I've got to go back to the other week.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing one. Okay. And I'm gonna leave it on, and you'll.
Yeah, I'll take care of it on this side. Okay.
Should I go ahead and
Just leave it on.
just leave it on?
Just leave it on the whole time, and I'll just
Okay.
manage it over there. And this is ready for whoever needs this.
All right. That'll be for Joanne.
Yep. I can't speak for Adam. Yeah, but I can tell you which ones I've done. And then I think I'm all squared. Like, and I didn't want anything for the wellness fair, and I didn't get anything because I had asked for nothing. So since then, I'll go back and just look at what. Yeah, and then there was one other. I wanted to offer Jared, who sang here that one time, something for time, and then Madeline today. Do we need information from Madeline, like a SIN number and an address? Okay. It was 2 weeks ago. Or was it? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. It was the first time, yeah. Okay. I'll email you and copy Paul. Or you may be copied on the email from Paul. Okay. I'll reply to that. I'll do it this afternoon. The whole week, well, this whole season has been just chaos because of the St. Clair College show, and I'm also with Detroit Symphony Orchestra and the kids, and it's just like I can't seem to find like a minute in the day to like I get home at like 11 o'clock and
Testing, testing. That one there sounds like it's. Testing.
Was this all set up? I don't have to push any buttons? Not really ready to.
Check 1, 2. Okay. And I've got that muted.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Windsor Unity Spiritual Center. Thanks for joining us today, and thank you for all those online who are watching from home. So welcome, and thanks for checking in.
You know, the unity movement embraces the inherent worth and diversity of every individual, fostering an environment of acceptance and respect for all people without distinction of any kind. We come together to encourage and support one another in our individual spiritual journeys. And so wherever you are in that process, we are glad that you joined us today.
My name is Joanne, and I'm here co-hosting with Reverend David. It's great to be here. While it is a well-traveled land, we would like to respectfully acknowledge that the land in which we gather today is a traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, comprising of the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi peoples. We are grateful to learn, work, and live in this area.
And I also want to welcome Mike Karloff as our music team today, and he has brought someone with him. Madeline, would you like to introduce her?
Yeah, we'll hear Madeline sing in a little bit, but Madeline's a second-year student at the University of Windsor, and I've had the pleasure of working with her, well, actually not just 2 years at Windsor, but also back when you were a student at Walkerville. So very happy to have Madeline with us today.
Welcome.
Yeah. So, and we're also delighted to have you, Joanne, being our
always a
hostess
pleasure.
today, and I'm going to invite you to open us in prayer.
Okay. So I just invite you all to kind of get comfortable in your seats. Just become present to where you are. Be present to your body, your mind, and make these words your own. In the infinity and divinity of life, where all is perfect, whole, and complete, I love myself, and therefore I forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and I am free. I love myself, therefore I live totally in the now, expressing each moment as good, and knowing that my future is bright, joyous, secure, and abundant. For I am a beloved being of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore. All is well in my world. So be it.
And so be it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So today's prayer chaplain who is available for prayer after the service is Susan Fabreau, who is sitting over here. So Susan will be delighted to pray with you directly after the service if anyone would like someone to pray with you.
I would like to point out our prayer request box up here on the altar, or the stage, or whatever we're calling it these days. And there's prayer request slips there, and you just fill out a form, put all the information there, and place it in the prayer box. And our prayer chaplain team will hold these requests in prayer with you.
Also, I do want to remind you that Unity has a 24/7 prayer phone line. So at any time, any day, if you feel like you would like to have someone to pray with you, there is a number that you can call, and someone will be there answering that phone. The phone number is real simple. It is 1-800-NOW-PRAY.
Okay. Well, it's great to have Mike with us today, and he's got a special music for us. So, and he's going to have Madeline do some singing. Looking forward to it.
Well, it's time for all of us to sing, so
Yes.
let's all stand. Being the third Sunday of Advent, we're going with the theme here of love. So the first song is a oldie but a goodie, I Feel the Love. Through every
open door.
Rivers of love forever pour. I feel the love of God within me now. Through every open door, rivers of love forever pour. I feel the love of God within me now. I feel the love of God within me now. I feel the love of God within me now. I feel the love. 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 I feel the love.
And our second song, this is such a busy season, I'm sure we're all running around. I know I am. But while we are here on this beautiful Sunday morning, let's find a little bit of time to relax and enjoy the peace of this moment here. This is Come and Find.
Come and find the quiet center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frame where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we may see all the things that really matter. Be at peace and simply be.
We just need another slide up here, Ibrahim. Let's go ahead a couple slides. One more. That's the one. Here we go.
Silence is a friend who claims us, cools the heat and slows the pace. God it is who speaks and names us, knows our being face to face, making peace within our thinking, lifting shades to show the sun, raising courage when we're shrinking, finding scope for faith begun. In the Spirit, let us travel, open to each other's love. Let our loves and fears unravel. In our hearts, let Spirit move. There's a place for deepest dreaming. There's a time for hearts to care. In the Spirit's lively being, there is always room to spare.
Thank you, and you may be seated.
Go ahead. Well, I Feel the Love is certainly the message of the season, and and the words to the song were very simple, but it's an important message. And so thank you for picking that song. And this one here is we just did that's an old one. We haven't sang that in a long time, but it really is lovely. So thank you so much. Okay, so Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor is a progressive spiritual community that emphasizes personal growth, living consciously, and making a positive difference in the world. As part of New Thought and the worldwide unity movement, we strive to be conscious, compassionate, inclusive, open-minded, service-oriented, abundant, and spirit-filled.
Unity teaches that each person is unique, individual expression of God. Our realization of that truth evolves as we expand our consciousness through prayer and meditation. Unity emphasizes that we create our experience of life according to the thoughts and feelings we hold in mind. Affirmative prayer is the highest form of creative thought, while meditation stills the mind and heightens our awareness of our oneness with Spirit, each other, and all of life. Living from that awareness transforms our lives and the world.
Our affirmation for December is, this season, I release old patterns and welcome the transformative power of new beginnings. Will you repeat that with me? This season, I release old patterns and welcome the transformative power of new beginnings.
And now for some more music, special music. What do you have for us?
Madeline is going to sing for us, Mary, Did You Know?
No. Hi.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nation? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb?
Oh, that was lovely. What a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. Oh, that was lovely. Well, welcome everyone, and welcome to those of us, of you out there that are joining us online. As you know, I've been on vacation, and it was, I come back refreshed and renewed and grateful for the vacation. And it was a vacation that, a lot of downtime, which is what I needed. And so many times we go off on vacation and we travel around so much that we come back more tired than when we left. So I am so grateful for that. Bob McGuire, Joanne's husband, sent me this little story, and I thought I'd like to share it with you. Pastor Tony, it was Christmas Eve, and he was taking a walk on Christmas Eve, and he looks across the street, and there's Larry, one of the neighborhood little boys, trying to reach the doorbell. But Larry is very, very small and cannot reach it. So being a man with a big heart, he walks across the street, and he puts his hand on Larry, and he pushes the doorbell and let it ring several times. And then he crouches down and says, "Well, now, little man, what's next?" And Larry smiles really big and grins and say, "Now we run!" And he runs off. Anyway, I love that story. So I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for Mariette Jones, our licensed Unity teacher, who filled in while I was away, and Devanni Peters, who is our board president. She filled in, and she's going to be speaking today. So I'm just so grateful. And also, one other thing. Anna Ryder has been a bedrock for us in the admin office position right now, and so she's really just helped out so much. And if it wasn't for you, I don't think I would have taken my vacation. So anyway, so thank you. And Devanni, we love you, and we're looking forward to hearing you speak. So give her a warm hand.
Thank you. Testing. Yeah, there we go. Hi, everybody. So hi, everybody, for coming out in this rainy weather, and also for the people online who are joining us. So it's great to see everybody, and today I want to explore how different traditions interpret the sacred three. This is the Trinity. So whether you see it as body, mind, and spirit, we see it as Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, or Unity's metaphysical interpretation, which is divine mind, divine idea, and divine expression. So my hope is to bring clarity to these three. And also, how can we bring balance into these three? So I want to begin by sharing a little bit of my own journey. So for more than 20 years now, I've been practicing and also teaching yoga. And one of the most profound lessons that yoga has taught me is the importance of balance. And it's not just balancing in a tree pose and lifting up one leg, or it's not just about the physical body, which a lot of people do think yoga is just a physical practice. So for me, it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. When I live a balanced life, I live in harmony, I have peace of mind. Balance teaches me moderation. As a matter of fact, when you live in moderation and you get yourself out of extremes and you start to simplify your life, you create balance. And balance reminds me to enjoy life here and now, and while taking care of my well-being as well. So through this practice, I find that living in balance, it brings me joy. I have fulfillment. I'm at peace. I'm healthy. I'm free of disease. Kind of sounds like the kingdom of heaven, doesn't it? Yes, that's where balance takes you. Now, body, mind, and spirit, I get it. I have a body, I have a mind, spirit lives in me. So that one's easy for me to understand. But Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, for me, is a little bit more confusing. Now, I was told when I did my Unity training, if you're going to say God, you're going to say Jesus, you're going to say Holy Spirit to a Unity audience, you better explain yourself. So I'm going to explain myself. And hopefully I'm not going to trigger anybody by what I say. Now, in Christianity, the Holy Spirit is often described as the comforter, the guide. the Spirit of truth. And I've also heard things like, he's filled with the Holy Spirit, or the Holy Spirit came descending upon him. To me, what does that all mean? And also when Jesus left, he left the planet and he left us a comforter, the Holy Spirit. So what is that? So from a metaphysical perspective, when Jesus spoke of sending the Holy Spirit, it could be seen as a way of encouraging his followers to awaken to the presence of their divine guidance. Because unity, we do not take the Bible literally, we metaphysically interpret it. Now, his physical departure might symbolize a transition where people move from relying on an external teacher, so relying on Jesus, to discovering that the divine guidance is actually within themselves. And so unity teaches that the Holy Spirit is a divine spark of inspiration, the divine idea. And that lives in each one of us. So it's an even playing field. It's not one person is filled with the Holy Spirit and the other one doesn't have it. We can all have access to it. And it lives in each of us. And the divine presence and wisdom are always accessible to everyone. So I began to see the Holy Spirit as something very practical, the mind. And it's that divine aspect within us, the one that inspires us, the one that guides us, the one that empowers us. That's the Holy Spirit. And mind is a gateway to the Holy Spirit or divine guidance. So when we let go of our mental chatter, when we quiet the mind, we create space for the Holy Spirit or that divine wisdom to flow through us. So hopefully I'm not going too fast. I'm going to give you a little bit of break. Let's take a breath, have a glass of water or a drink of water. So the mind can either block or invite the Holy Spirit. The mind is a powerful tool, but it's also it can be our greatest obstacle. So when we listen to the fearful, the doubting, those unworthy thoughts in our mind, we're cutting ourselves off from the divine truth. These negative thoughts, they're lies of the mind. In yoga, we used to always have this phrase, the mind will always lie to you, but your body never will. So a lot of times in the yoga practices, we take ourselves out of the mind and bring ourselves into the body, even in our postures. Get out of your mind and get in your body, because this is where it's speaking to you through this vessel. So negative thoughts are like static on a radio. We can all relate to that. They block the clear signal of divine ideas. Now, for example, when we think that I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, I'm all alone, we focus on illusions. It's not even the truth. These are lies. And they block the divine truth because we're focused on the illusions of the ego rather than the truth of our spiritual nature. So, but here's the good news. So here's the gospel. Did you know what the gospel means? It means that's the good news. So I'm going to send you some good news. We don't have to accept those thoughts as reality. Unity teaches us that our thoughts have no inherent power over us, only the power that we give them. So when we start to take control of our thinking and we start to refuse those thoughts of doubt, the thoughts of fear, the thoughts of unworthiness, that's when we begin to align with the divine truth. Or stop listening to the lies. And Unity talks about affirmative prayer. And affirmative prayer begins with denial. We're denying the negative thoughts. Not in a way that suppresses them, because we don't want to just suppress things either, but by recognizing them for what they are. They're just temporary. They're untrue. They're not a reflection of your divine nature. So we are not our thoughts. Have you heard that before? We're not our thoughts. Thoughts will come and go. That's just what they do. They're just coming from our subconscious mind, but we are not our thoughts. So we can begin to start to say to ourselves, this thought of unworthiness has no power over me. That would be a denial. I am a powerful divine being. So you're declaring it. I let go of the fear, and I make space for peace. So this act of denial, it clears the way for affirming the truth. That we are worthy, that we are loved, that we're capable. And this act opens the space for the Holy Spirit. It opens the space for the Holy Spirit so that the divine ideas and the inspiration from that higher self starts to flow through us. In yoga, we talked about going beyond the mind, going beyond the thoughts. So I'm just going to share a little something with you that might be a little radical to some of you. Maybe it's not. In yoga, there is this seed that is at the center of our brain. It's 3 inches in on either side. You can access it through the third eye. It's right between the right and the left hemispheres of the brain, and it's called the pineal gland. That is where we're trying to connect to. That's where the Holy Spirit is. But if you're still listening to the thoughts that are going through, you're not getting to the seed, to that middle part. And when Jesus would talk about going up to the mountain to talk to his Father, it was like he's going to clear his mind. You're still listening to the thoughts the Holy Spirit that are going through. You're not and divine mind will drop those divine ideas into him to that middle part, and then therefore he can take
And when
action.
Jesus would talk,
So it's like tuning the radio dial to that perfect frequency. When that static completely clears, this is when we have those aha moments. When we can kind of clear that up, you get this aha moment. We probably all had that, right? And just a little FYI for your information. Spirit never forces. It waits for us to open the door. It's subtle. Now, have you ever heard the phrase, God is loud, but the Holy Spirit whispers? So you've got earthquakes, you've got hurricanes, you've got these tremendous storms, you've got car crashes. That's loud. The Holy Spirit, it whispers. It's subtle. It's humble. It's comforting. It's soft. It's easy. And awareness and intention are the key to this. Remember, awareness before change. So if we don't realize this, we're just following something different, so awareness before change. So allowing the Holy Spirit in is now a choice. It's a choice that we make. We can either listen to our thoughts or listen to the Holy Spirit. It's a conscious decision to start to trust your inner wisdom rather than the lies of your mind. So the next time you catch yourself in the spiral of fear, let's remind ourselves, this is not the truth of who I am. When those thoughts come in, you got to ask yourself, is this true? These thoughts are not true. And then you can start to affirm yourself. I am connected to the divine mind. I am worthy, and I am capable of receiving divine inspiration. I walk in faith, knowing I am supported. I am strong, I'm courageous, and I'm filled with peace. I am healthy, I am whole. Notice the shift. How your energy changes when you start to speak those positive words to yourself. That's the truth, even if you might not feel it. So here you move with these positive affirming prayers or affirmations, you move from a state of fear to one of peace, to one of clarity, to one of empowerment. That's the Holy Spirit in action by removing those thoughts. This is divine idea flowing into your mind. So when I stop listening to the lies of my mind and I start to affirm the truth of who I am, I start to step into the power of my divine being. Now, life force flows through me easily. I'm guided on what to do. I'm inspired. I'm empowered. And I live in peace and harmony. And I manifest really quickly. When you're in that state, manifestation happens instantly. You think about somebody and all of a sudden they're calling you. You want something, there's a knock at the door, and there it is. It's just This is where we can manifest very quickly. It's our thoughts. It's the mind. So the Holy Spirit then is not this mysterious external force that's descending upon me. You can have the Holy Spirit, but I can't have the Holy Spirit. It's not that at all. It's the inner connection of divine truth that we tap into. So when I'm meditating or reflecting, I sometimes have those moments of clarity. I talked about this, the aha moment, the idea, a solution that comes to me that feels like not ordinary thinking. That's the Holy Spirit. That's the Holy Spirit at work. That's the divine idea that's surfacing in my mind. So it's like receiving a download right directly from God, from the divine mind. See, with unity, we're changing the language in what we use, because when we start to talk about God, it gets a little confusing. This is one thing I noticed through all the training that I took, is that we're changing the language. And it's hard to change the language. Even for me, I resonate with the Holy Spirit, but now I understand it in a different way. So it doesn't stop there. Unity reminds us that divine ideas must be acted upon. And this is unity's fifth principle, action. We can get all this divine inspiration, but if we don't act on it, it doesn't mean anything anyway. Faith without works is dead. Have you heard that? Yeah. Yes, we need to act. That's why we've been given the body. We've been given a voice. You've all been given gifts. We need to share them. Stop being quiet. Let's get out there and share our truth. So balance comes when we honor all three aspects. I know I've heard Reverend David say many times, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, but we're still human too. Even though this might be an illusion, I still have a body. I can still talk. So we care for the body by listening to its needs, nurturing it with rest, with movement, with stretching. We nourish it with the proper foods. That's how we take care of our body. We honor the mind by cultivating truth, clarity, releasing that doubt and that fear, and embracing the positive. That's our mind. That's how we work on our mind. So we honor the spirit by connecting with our divine essence through prayer, meditation, reflection, journaling, walking in nature. That's how we nurture our spirit. So when these three aspects are in harmony, we live a spiritual life. We're grounded in both wisdom and action. Because if you know all this stuff and you're not sharing it, it means nothing. So, sum it up. The body allows us to act. The mind helps us to discern. And the spirit offers us divine guidance. So, now I want to hear from you. Also from our online audience. You got this area where you can type. Let's have a deeper conversation about this. I want to know, has anybody been triggered by some of the words that I use? I don't even know if I'm on the right track here. I know it makes sense to me. So if you have your questions, do you feel more clarity about the Holy Spirit right now? Or perhaps you're still exploring your own understanding. So I'd like to hear from anybody who has thoughts, insights, your own ideas of the Trinity. Bobby Joe?
Good morning. Yes, you were right on the subject. I've been Catholic, I've been Baptist, I've been, that bothers me because it sounds so much louder to me. I've been Baptist, different groups I've studied with. And of course, this means basically the same idea, 100%. I still refer back because I have a good concordance in this particular Bible. It's from Peace, here on Easy Row. What's the name of that church in Easy Row? Parkwood, thank you. And sometimes I have memory problems, but that's okay. They come, they go. But
That's a lie.
Huh?
I said, that's a lie. You just told yourself you have memory problems. It's a lie.
Oh,
You don't
yes.
actually have memory
I
problems.
don't have memory problems, that's right. Because I'm obviously getting better and better and better.
Yes, see how much better that feels.
Yes, I got to keep telling myself that. But anyhow, this Bible was used to be the, what you call, there's university, and then there's, what's the street beside it, the long one? Anyhow, and they had a church there.
Okay, can you get to your question?
University.
Because we got more people who want to answer. Okay, just, what's your question?
My comment is you're right on the number. That's it, basically it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
So, is this on? Okay. So I believe you're right on, because that's been my whole struggle in its adulthood, is working through the indoctrinated terms that I grew up with. So I really love metaphysics, because to me it grounds me in more of a spiritual truth than just the language that was used early on, because it just, it's like all out there instead of in here. This brings it personal,
Yeah,
right to the heart of who we are.
yeah, it's more practical. It's much more practical to think that it's our mind, and we actually have control of that. We actually have choice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's cool.
We
have a
always have choice.
now.
Us as human beings, we only have choice. Look at animals, the way they're roaming around on the planet. They're just totally 100% using their instincts, But we as humans, we have choice. We have choice on what we can believe, what we believe in, and yeah, metaphysically, I really resonate with the Unity teachings as well. I learned a lot from my being a full year as a Unity student, and having to interpret the Bible. I remember it was challenging for me at first to kind of let go of some of the beliefs that I have, because it will kind of tweak you, because you don't want to let go of what we've always thought of the terms that we're talking about.
Anybody else have a question? Yes, Louise. Oops.
I just want something that caught me when you were starting to speak. We do talk about denying. To deny, for me, means that I have to close the door and push it closed and make sure that it doesn't come in again. So I personally prefer release or clear, because then all I have to do is open the door for it to go out.
Right. And that's true. It's words. If denying doesn't sound right to you, letting go, releasing is a much better way of maybe saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, in the subconscious mind, that's how it works. So if it needs an effort, it's like I don't say don't, because the subconscious mind drops the don't and does the thing that I don't want to do. So for me, well,
Okay,
that's
true.
the way it works. So I just wanted to comment on that.
Okay, thank you.
When you were speaking about the mind, in terms of how it can lead us astray, one of the teachings is that the mind is the slayer of the real. And one of the lessons and principles and aims in meditation is to train the mind to be receptive to the Spirit.
Yeah, I like that.
So when
way of-
we are confronted with the mind interfering, even during meditation, we'll have those moments where the mind clicks in and trying to distract us and take us onto a new path or whatever. When we recognize this, we are experiencing the observer, which is the soul. So the observer sees and knows what the mind is up to. And in the fact of being the observer, you detach yourself from all of these various thoughts that are interfering and doubts and fears and whatever. So detachment is a big plus.
Yeah, I love this. We're going deeper, yeah.
Yeah. Because you detach yourself, and each time you do that, the mind begins to see and be more receptive to the higher consciousness, because it doesn't get fed anymore. It isn't focused on. You know, the glare isn't there for it to lead one astray. So that's kind of what I learned in esoteric studies. is
Yeah,
how-
makes
and
a lot of
we're
sense, yeah.
we're building that bridge in consciousness between the lower self and the higher self.
And here, again, we're using different language again. Consciousness,
Yes.
the higher consciousness, just another way of saying it. And so I know from me being at Unity and what I've been studying and where I've been here, it's the language. Our language is changing.
Yes,
And-
the language of God is life. All is life. All is energy. So this is one of the you'll be hearing, and language in the new age is shifting, because we are shifting.
Yes.
So we have a different understanding, and we have to move forward to express the spirit or manifest.
Yes, very much sounds like an alignment. So I love this. We're going a little bit deeper.
Yep.
We're
Anybody
getting closer
else?
to, we only have time for one more
Well,
question.
We have this
And
young
that's
man over here,
Abraham, yeah.
our tech guy.
Hi, Abraham.
Hello, everybody. Claudio Silvaggi is asking a question from online. How do you define ego?
Yourself.
And I heard another interpretation of it, edging God out. One more question?
Okay,
One more question.
One more.
Just a comment on ego. I think it's very self-protective. It's developed to take care of ourselves, but it's very human. So it's not a bad thing. It's just realizing that the divine in us knows better how to be protective. But ego thinks that it knows. And so we just have to have that conversation, I think, with ego. It's self-protective. And Paul Hasselbeck said to me one time, or said to our class, that fear is love too, because fear is self-protective. If we weren't taking care of ourselves and trying to protect ourselves, that would be unloving, right? But we're always trying to protect ourselves.
I
So
love
it's
that.
all love.
Yeah, we're going,
So
we're
just
going
another
deeper.
thought.
We're going deeper. Okay, we are running out of time because we only have so much time here on the Sunday morning. And I do want to now guide you into a meditation. So we can just get ourselves comfortable. Just take a moment to settle into your seat. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and then just let it out. Do that one more time. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and then let go of everything that, even any thoughts that you have, see if you can just let them go. Close your eyes, or even just lowering your gaze if you don't want to fully close the eyes. Let your hands rest comfortably on your lap. Allow your feet to connect to the floor, grounding you. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and again, slowly release it out through your mouth. Breathe in again, feeling your body relax, letting go. Breathing in, feeling, breathing out, letting go. Now let your breath flow naturally and steady. And as you breathe, become aware of your body, your physical presence, the vessel of your being. And silently affirm to yourself, my body is strong, healthy, and whole. Now bring your awareness to your mind, the seat of your thoughts, ideas, and knowledge. And silently affirm, my mind is open, clear, and receptive. And then finally, shift your attention to your spirit, that eternal essence, your connection to the divine. And silently affirm, my spirit is infinite. My spirit is one with the Holy Spirit, with divine ideas. And as you rest in this balance of body, mind, and spirit, invite the presence of divine inspiration in. Imagine the light of the Holy Spirit within you, a gentle glow of wisdom and love. Feel it radiating through every part of your being. Take in another deep breath and release it gently. And affirm to yourself, I am open to divine ideas. I welcome inspiration. I am aligned, I'm balanced and whole. Now with that, let's take a minute of silence. We give thanks for this sacred moment of stillness, for the breath that unites us, for the mind that opens to wisdom, and for the spirit that connects us to infinite love. As we return our awareness to this space, we carry with us the light of divine inspiration. May we move forward in balance, expressing truth, love, and peace in all that we do. And so it is.
Thank you, Devanni. That was lovely. It was a really good talk, and I liked how it kept going a little bit deeper into different language. And even the question about ego is really important, because we have an ego, but we're not our ego. We're more than that, but we have it. So we need to cope with it.
Yeah, and what I liked about it was you covered almost all of our 5 principles.
Did I?
Yeah.
You did. Yeah. So, thank you. So I do want to thank Mike again, and Madeline. Thank you so much. That was really beautiful music. And then also we have Ibrahim over here doing our video and recording. So we want to give him a thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's time to take to heart our vision, mission, and statement of being, which is shown on the screen.
We have a global vision, and will you please speak it with me now? Our vision is a world
powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And we have a sacred mission. Will you say that with me? We inspire and empower spiritual growth to awaken us and transform the world.
And we have a personal statement of being. I am a dynamic center of Christ's light,
mighty to unfold my good and radiate that good to all. So we do have a few important announcements for today, and do please remember that all of these announcements, more details can be found on our website and in the newsletter that you get every week.
We will be having a candlelight service on December 20th. That's this Thursday at
No.
6. It's
Friday.
a Friday.
Yes,
Thank
Friday.
you.
Yeah, Friday.
Okay, good, because I had it down in my head as a Thursday, so I'm glad you corrected me. Friday
Yeah.
at 6:30 p.m., followed by a Christmas potluck. All are welcome, even those at home watching us.
And on December the 22nd, I will be speaking, and my talk title will be Love Made Manifest, the True Spirit of Christmas.
So please make sure you have your 2025 membership renewal completed, either by filling it out, the paper form in the fellowship room, or online by filling out the electronic version. Thank you for your promptness in doing so. Which reminds me, I haven't done it yet.
And so we do need to have your membership form for 2025 filled out in order for you to vote. And we have our annual general meeting will be held the last Sunday of January, which is the 26th, and that will be from 12 until 1 p.m. So we do invite all of you to attend that general meeting.
Okay. Today, we will be celebrating all those who have birthdays in the month of December in the fellowship room upstairs after the service.
How many of you have birthdays this December? Okay. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, yay.
Yes. There
Oh,
you
quite
go.
a few.
Cool.
Wonderful. Well, we have cake. Okay,
And
great.
happy birthday to you.
And happy birthday. Also, I just want to remind you that Susan Fabreau is our prayer chaplain on duty today, and thank you for that wonderful service of being there for prayer for people. So she will be upstairs in our prayer room directly after the service for those of you who wish prayer. Okay.
All of our classes, programs, and services are made possible by your generous donations. Our heartfelt thanks for your continuous support. We've created many easy ways to donate, which you can find on our website.
And also for those of you here, we have a love offering box right here as you come into the chapel from the foyer. And again, thank you. You're the ones that make these services possible. So thank you for your support.
Okay, we invite you now to stand up. Let's open our hearts and minds, and we will say the love offering.
Divine love in me and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. The light of love surrounds us. The love of the divine enfolds us. And the peace of love fills us. The power of love protects us. The presence of love watches over us. And wherever we are, love is. And my friends, you truly are. So thank you for being here. And please join us upstairs for refreshments and coffee and cake.